everyone. We are continuing our conversation about triangle congruencies. The difference today is that instead of saying triangles are congruent, what we're working towards is proving that they are congruent. So instead of me saying they're congruent, which sides match up, today I'm saying, based on this information, are the triangles congruent? And that's what we need to prove, and that's what we need to be looking at. So, looking at triangles, there are a handful of ways that we're going to be talking about to prove that. Today we're going to be talking about two of them. The first is side, side, side. And we're going to be referring to all of these by their letter abbreviations. So side, side, side. And the second is side, angle, side, or SAS. Okay? So those are the two things we're going to be working with today. What these mean, what these letters mean, is that in two different triangles, I can look at these pictures and say that they have congruent side, 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 or a congruent side, then an angle, then another side. And that's enough to prove congruency. So if I have a triangle and a second triangle, I should do that angle, and I know that I have a congruent side, another pair of congruent sides, and a third pair of congruent sides. I have side, 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 and I can guarantee that those two triangles are congruent. And I don't need to look at the angles at all. If you grab 3 sticks of different measurements, there is only one triangle that you can build of those 3 sticks if you go point to point. Only one. Okay? So we already know that the angles are congruent because the sides are. So side, side, side. And because a triangle only has 3 sides, that really just means all 3 sides are congruent. Okay? So that's what we're looking at right there. Side, side, side. Side, angle, side is just a little bit different. Now, there's an important distinction here, and it's going to come up a lot more with the other triangles we look at. And I'll talk about that. And that's the order that everything happens in. So, with side, 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 the order doesn't matter because it's all the sides. With side, angle, side, however, order does matter. It has to be a side, then an angle, then another side, and it has to be for both triangles. So if I have a pair of congruent sides, and then I have a congruent angle, and then I have a pair of congruent sides, these two triangles will be congruent. Okay? Side, angle, side, side, angle, side. A side, then an angle, then a side. The two sides that make up that angle. And order, again, is really important here. Let me give you a counterexample so you kind of can see what it might look like if they were not congruent. Okay? So over here we'll do side, angle, side. We've got side, then an angle, then a side. We're working our way around the outside. Over here we have a side, side, angle. Okay? See the difference in the order. Side, angle, side, 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 angle. But some of you are saying, but wait, Faust, if I look at this, I just need to count the other way and go side, angle, side. Always take the shortest path while you are working through these abbreviations. Okay? The quickest way for me to get to that side is around this way. It has a much longer path to go around. I've got more sides and more angles that I'm skipping over if I go that way. Whereas this way, I'm not skipping over anything. Over here, to get to this angle, these are technically the same way, but I'm trying to get all the way over here. So this is going to be the shorter path. Okay? So if you're skipping a side, if you're skipping an angle, you're probably going the wrong direction. Direction is important, path of least resistance. For these two to be congruent, I would need this angle to be congruent to this angle. And it's still possible they are, but I can't prove they are. Okay? So that's what we're looking at today. On problems like these, you're going to get a lot of numbers, throwing at you just to see, like I may not give you these two angle measurements. Instead, I may give you some of these, and then you have to solve for the missing angles to determine are they congruent or not. So that's what you're looking at today. We have another 3 of these that we're going to have to go through. Side, 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 angle, side. And then there are 3 more of them that we're going to be working on over the course of the rest of the week before the next assessment. So I will see you in class.